Chicago, yes, sir.
American Airlines reservations, may I help you? Yes, Mr. Finchley. You wanted that on our DC-7 flagship, non-stop to Los Angeles? For what day will that be, sir? The 12th? Yes, Mr. Finchley, your reservations are definitely confirmed. That'll be on the DC-7 flagship to Los Angeles, non-stop. That's the Mercury.
And that's all there was to it. One girl and an electronic machine named the Reservisor put Mr. Finchley on Flight 1, the non-stop Mercury to the coast. It was quick. The Reservisor does the job in seconds. And for now, Mr. Finchley is through. The airline, of course, has just begun to work. While Mr. Finchley's card is being digested by a battery of business machines, a platoon of mechanics and cleaners are working on the DC-7, which will fly Trip 1, following the step-by-step, day-to-day inspection and maintenance routine, which keeps each flagship just a little bit newer and better and fresher than when it left the manufacturing plant. Over in the flight kitchen, the food is being prepared for Flight 1. And the other American flights out of Idlewild for the day. All over the system, American Airlines serves more than 8,700 meals a day in flight, close to 3 million a year. The plane, its inspection finished, starts for the passenger ramp. Today in New York, it's raincoat weather, one of those off-again, on-again rainy days. For Flight 1, it probably means a radar departure. And while the last-minute groundwork gets underway, upstairs in flight dispatch, the crew checks in. Among the subjects under discussion, the weather.
Hi, Bob. How you doing?
Fine. How are you, Jack?
We're good. Who's going out with us today?
Harry Clark.
He ought to be due in, shouldn't he?
There he is.
Good.
Hiya, Bob.
We're going out with you on 1 today.
Good deal. Have you checked the weather yet?
Yes, looks pretty good.
Let's go take a spot check on it. Well, let's see.
Look to you.
I don't think weather's going to be much of a problem on any one of the tracks that we have today, Jack.
Pretty clear out on the west end.
Looks like track 1. Well, I can see here.
Our latest chart. Track 1 does look like the best. You have an 800-foot ceiling here, but you pull out on top at about 14,000, and then 20,000 is well out in the clear for the remainder of the trip.
How's it look on track 6?
Track 6, not as good, but flying in the trough as you would with higher tops, I don't think it's nearly so good as track 1 is.
How about up north on track 3?
Track 3, you would be on top out in the clear at 20,000, but it would take about 10 minutes longer than track 1.
Track 1 looks pretty good. We can make a schedule on it. Jack, set her up to track 1. What's LA planning for an annulment, Harry?
Burbank at 4,500, right?
Okay, the Burbank weather's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Jack. The captain, working with the advice of weather experts and flight dispatchers, has chosen track 1 for today's trip. The DC-7, because of its great range, speed, and flexibility, can fly any one of 6 courses, called tracks, non-stop across the country. With the 7, the captain can choose the course which will offer the fastest and smoothest trip, whether his route takes him over the Dakotas on the north or through Texas to the south. Inside at the ticket counter, the passengers have started to check in. This lady is probably on her way to the coast for a look at the newest grandchild. This is Finchley, one step nearer home. This could be a New York model on her way to a screen test. Miss Julia is interested in paperwork. This is a pretty girl. This man is a commuter. Here is a business deal on its way to happen.
Smoking gun, seatbelt sign off. Radio, circuit breaker.
The preliminaries are over. The flight crew starts through the checklist. 63 items which must be cleared before an engine turns over. And while the ramp crews deal with the plane itself, Inside, in operations, agents are computing the load, checking clearances, all aimed at moving 120,000 pounds of passengers, crew, mail, express, freight, and fuel 2,500 miles in a little more than 8 hours.
Mark advance. Take off and climb. Ignition. Off. Emergency cabin altitude control. Normal. Supercharger disconnect control. Engage. Fire warning. All checked. Control panel. System 1 and 2 and off. Work meter line heat switch. Off. Veto heat. Off. Fuel quantity distribution. Check 5512. Landing light. Off and
The sign makes it official.
Open in 1 and 2.
American Airlines, Flight 1, the Mercury. 1 p.m. flagship, leaving non-stop for Los Angeles. Now ready at gate number 2. All aboard, please.
Okay, we'll have to wait for the load sheet, that's all.
V1 and V2.
The plane is buttoned up. The stewardesses start their check of passenger names. And the ramp agent comes out to start engines. His first signal means brakes on. His second means start engine number 3. Okay, setup number 3.
Set up on 3.
Clear on 3. Go ahead, start 3.
2, 4, 6. Switch.
Switch.
Setting up 4.
Set up 4. Clear 4. Start 4.
Turn it. 2, 4, 6.
Switch. Switch. There she goes. Set up number 2.
On 2.
Clear on 2, start in 2. 2, 4, 6, 8. Switch.
Switch on.
Okay, there she goes, Bob. Set up number 1. Set up number 1. Clear on 1, start 1. 2, 4, 6, 8. Switch.
Switch on.
There she goes, Bob. She's all yours. Ground control, this is American 1. Clear to taxi, over.
American 1, this is Idlewild Ground Control. Cleared to runway 13 left. Wind south, variable. 10 to 15. Altimeter 3027. Proceed via taxi strip Bravo, over.
The ceiling is still about 800 feet, which means the Trip 1 will make that radar departure after receiving its clearance from air traffic control.
American 1, ATC clearance, over. ATC clears American 1 to Glen Cove. Radar departure. Climb on runway heading to 1,200 feet. Cross Mitchell Range at 2,500 feet. Glen Cove at 3,500 feet. Expect further clearance via Red 23, East Scranton, Red 13, Red 21, and Green 3 to Los Angeles. Report leaving 2,500 feet and reaching 3,500. Over.
Okay, American 1. Clear to Glen Cove. It's a radar departure. We climb to 1,200 feet on runway ahead.
Those orders may sound complicated, but they're simple directions to get from Idlewild Airport over Long Island, past Manhattan, through New Jersey and Pennsylvania, and on out to the West Coast.
Los Angeles. Report leaving 2,500 and reaching 3,500.